Past its use-by date.
The Honourable John Banks.
Mr Speaker, the people of Epsom will be saying, thank God we voted for Banksy, and the coalition of losers are on that side of the House in the Parliament tonight. And the parachute man has just given us his dissertation of monetary policy that we can expect if those rabbits get in charge of the Treasury lettuces. And his proposition is we wind up the printing machines. Printing money is the answer. We wind up the printing machines. And who supports them? Who are the coalition of losers? There's Winston and his cronies, and there's these dudes over here, the old fogies and the young dudes in the Green Party. They're all lining up after this bill. And if it was working, and if it could work, Greece wouldn't be in trouble today. Spain wouldn't be suffering today. Italy would be going well today. But they're all going down the gurgler.
Order. I don't want to interrupt the man, but the member on his feet. But we are now in a barrage situation, and I just ask members to keep interjections rare and reasonable. That was inappropriate. Honourable John Banks.
Mr Speaker, at least we have seen...
A point of order, Brendan Horan.
With this
Order, that is not a point of order.
At least we have one of the coalition of losers getting up on his hind legs in the Parliament tonight and proposing a bill.
A point of order.
It's Winston.
Order. A point of order. Honourable David Cunningham.
Point of order, Mr Speaker. You are well acquainted with the rules requiring members to describe each other by their proper and correct terms, and parties, therefore, by their proper and correct terms. I did not question whether the phrase Honourable John Banks was an oxymoron, and I don't appreciate...
Order. Now, the member has just destroyed his own point of order, and I'd ask him to take a seat. Look, let's have a little decorum. I think the point is that all members are honourable members, and sometimes I wonder a little bit about that. Let's prove that that is the case. Honourable John Banks.
Mr Speaker, creating wealth takes hard work, diligence. You cannot do it by printing money, and this proposition is about printing money. The Reserve Bank faces a fundamental trade-off. It can run the printing presses faster, or it can slow them down. Or we can have an economy that creates investment, growth and jobs and wealth, or we can have the coalition over there that believes that printing money is the answer to New Zealand's problems over the rest of the world. The Labor Party spokesman for Finance Matters, the parachute man that was parachuted into my electorate to take me out and got 500 votes, he says, I've recently spoken to Joe Skillinitsy, and now he wants to play God with the economy. He's taking his advice from Joe Stilligitsy, and Joe Stilligitsy would have no idea in the context of the New Zealand economy. And the old dudes and young fogies in the Greens heard about making money years ago, and their idea of making money is making it up on the terrace at the Treasury. Now, the Green Party believe that the mandarins in Treasury are fruits, but they're not Fruit Loops. The Greens are the Fruit Loops because they're going to line up behind the bill from the, what is that party? New Zealand First. New Zealand First. It won't be New Zealand First, it'll be New Zealand Last if we went with this proposition and went up to the terrace and got the Treasury, the mandarins up there, not Fruit Loops. The Greens are that, to print more money, and it might do something for the dollar, but it won't do anything for inflation. It won't do anything for the cost of food. It won't do anything for the cost of petrol. It won't do anything for the cost of technology. It won't do anything for your farmers, Mr Deputy Speaker, in the bottom of the South Island, except raise the cost on everything they use on their enterprise, on their farm, to make money. Higher prices will leave exporters no
point of order. Order. A point of order. The Right Honourable Winston.
Mr Speaker, first of all, I'm delighted. I have to say that you can't, well, first of all, you can't use the word your voters, Mr Speaker, so that brings you into the debate. But I'm glad he's got his memory back.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the member. I didn't hear the point of order, but the point about including the Speaker is noted. Honourable John Banks.
What is noted is the people of Epsom said no to these people on election night. No to these people. They said no to Labor. They said no to the New Zealand First. They said no to the old fogies and young dudes of the Green Party because the people of Epsom are good judges of character, and they said no to the Labor Party spokesman on finance matters because he wants the Treasury to print more money, to raise inflation, to raise costs, to lower jobs and opportunity for New Zealand. ACT believes that $1 today should be worth $1 tomorrow. This party, the ACT Party, believes that $1 today should be worth $1 tomorrow. New Zealand First says $1 today could be anything tomorrow, but this will help the exchange rate. It might do something for the exchange rate. It'll do nothing for inflation. It'll do nothing for costs. It'll do nothing for jobs. It'll do nothing for opportunity. It'll do nothing for business. It'll be nothing for the New Zealand economy. And, Mr. Speaker, higher prices will leave exporters no better off because consumers will be worse off. Can't they get that? I didn't have to go to Harvard University to talk to Joe Stalixi. Now, did the member get parachuted into Harvard University from the Labor Party aeroplane that they used to parachute him into Epsom, where the people of Epsom says his ideas on the economy are wacky, like the leader for New Zealand First and like the old fogies and young dudes in the Green Party? Their policy, monetary policy, is wacky. That's why the people of Epsom said, Banksy, on balance, we don't want them.
A point of order, Andrew Williams.
Point of order, Mr. Speaker. The previous Speaker, the Honourable John Banks, made a statement which was misleading the House.
That's not a point of order, that's a debating point.
Well, 500 votes.
I'm on my feet. Dr. Russell Norman.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise to speak on this bill looking at changing some of the